Hello, beautiful people, YouTube family. How have we been? So sorry, I've not been doing videos. I've been busy. Like, it's just like I came to Nigeria to work. I resumed work like the day after. I didn't even give myself time to catch up with the time difference, but forcefully my body adapted. So today I say, let me come and tell you a little bit of my experience because I know people are waiting to know how it's going, what's going on with me, and stuff like that. It's been hectic. Let me just put it that way. Me that was making mouth that when I get to Nigeria, the first 2 weeks is going to be for eating. I've not even been eating 3 square meals because number one, I don't have time. Number two, I don't like my house. And what's the number three? Those are the two, basically those are the things. Then I think I'm not just in the mood to eat because let's assume I don't like my house. What about what about street food? I could have easily blended into eating street food, but everywhere is still kind of unfamiliar to me. Let me put it that way. Everywhere is unfamiliar. I remember the day me and my sister went to Yaba from Ibejuleki. So we stopped at Obalende and she was like, do you mind, do you care for snacks? I'm like, no, this place is too dirty. So I'm still trying to adapt. These were things I ate. These were places I ate before I left. But I'm somebody that I feel I get irritated easily. That's why, trust me, to even wipe my baby's butt, I had to. It took me time to get used to it. So I think that is why I've not been eating street food, because once I look at the environment, I just be like, okay, I'll pass. So I've not really had corn. I've not really had things I was really craving because this is corn season and I was supposed to um I'm supposed to have eaten both boiled or grilled or whatever, but I'm just still finding it difficult to adapt. So that is by the way. As for food, I've not really eaten to my satisfaction, and because of the plumbing that is not right in my house, I've not been eating well because I don't like the smell I'm perceiving because the plumbing is just horrible. The plumbing is horrible. So the man had been proving difficult, not wanting me to use my workers, but my complaint has been really, really much, and he knows that I'm not the type that complain like that. So even my partner told him that for Kenny to complain, then definitely that place is terrible. So he has given us the go ahead to use our own workers, and then we can talk about every other thing. Even if he's going to find us another place, at least the place has to be habitable before we find another place and then move out, at least for um, health reasons. So yeah, we're working on the drains for it to shut off, or for it to shut out the odor so the place can be better, because no amount of air freshener is doing anything right now. Other people are not smelling it. I'm the one that is perceiving the odor, and my daughter. But other people that live here, they are not smelling what I'm smelling unless I'm telling them, how come you're not perceiving the odor? Even the plumber cannot perceive it until I told him, no, this place is smelling. So yeah, I think they are just used to it. They're just used to some things that we are not used to. So that's that. We want to do them one by one. So yeah, my stay has been hectic. But somebody asked me questions about water, electricity, and internet. So I want to talk about those today. That's the whole essence of this video. I spent 3 full days in Lagos. I arrived Wednesday night. So I was in Lagos on Thursday, Friday, Saturday, and I left Sunday morning. So I'm gonna take it as 3 full days. one night and one morning, comparable to I've been in Ibadan for a whole week now. Yeah, I came last week Sunday and today is Sunday. So we've been in Ibadan for a whole week. So in terms of the internet, I think you have to know what works for your area. Know what works for your area. I did a video when I was at my sister's house in Lagos, in Ibejuleki, let me put it that way. She uses Glow. I was using a hotspot before I left because they didn't do any. Yeah, they used hotspot. So I was using a hotspot before I left, and it was really fast. I uploaded a 30 minutes. I can't remember how many minutes the first video I did in Nigeria was, and under 5 minutes I uploaded that video. It was so fast, like the same speed I would get in the US. It was really fast. Then for the electricity over there, the night I got there, and Thursday, Friday, Saturday, it was 100% electricity. Like, it didn't go for a second. And then I think they turned it off in the evening on Saturday until I left Sunday morning. They didn't bring it back. So I asked my sister that what was their electricity like, and she said usually they will give them for like 3 days and turn it off for like 2 days. So I was lucky to be there during their on days. So that's that. The water was okay, not smelling, clean, and perfect for me. It was clean. Like I said, I get irritated easily, especially with water, with food. I get irritated easily. So that's that with electricity, water, and internet. So when I got to Ibadan, the area I live in, I don't want to generalize. The Glow network is not so good in my house because my sister uses Glow, my other sister uses Glow, and they were complaining that the network was cutting off. So I'm glad I made the right choice, MTN. But guys, MTN is expensive. It's expensive. You see the way I'm emphasizing, it's expensive. Airtel is the most generous. They give better amount of gigabytes for the same amount you pay for MTN. Take for instance, Airtel would give you 6.5 gig for a 1,000 naira bundle, but MTN would give you 11 gig for 4,000 naira. 11 gig for 4,000 naira. Imagine the price difference. And I don't understand how 50 gig finished under 16 hours. Yeah, our router, I bought it with 50 gig in it or on it, and I don't understand how that thing finished. For a long time we couldn't connect the TV to it because I don't understand that TV. It was later my sister was able to connect it to the router, and that same night they watched TV, and the next morning there was no more internet. I'm like, ow. But the promise I made to myself before I left the US, a lot of people watched my videos, and I said I'm not buying generator and I'm not doing unlimited internet because I want to cut my daughter off screen time, and I just want her to understand some things, that life is not all that rosy. The way my mom trained us was there are two sides of life. There is the bad, there is the good. You cannot teach a child to only understand the good part. Allow them to go through some tough time too, so that when they eventually grow up and when they start going through some tough times, they will understand that it is still part of life. It's not when they will start thinking about buying themselves and stuff like that, thinking that the world is against them. So that's the phase I'm at with my daughter. So the internet finished since when? I mean, the MB or whatever it's called, I don't know. It stopped. It finished since my sister left on Friday. I think it finished since Thursday morning, and I just used another one today. So for 2 days, the only thing they could do was play games that do not need internet. Things like Subway, Surf, whatever. That's okay. Keep yourself busy. Look for a way to just go and call off, do something. So that's with the internet. It's the network was okay. Sometimes it will be good, sometimes it will be bad. So I don't know how it works yet, because when I was using the Wi-Fi, it was super slow. I was uploading the video for more than 4 hours, and then I just thought about turning off my Wi-Fi and use my data. And when I turned my data on, under 20 minutes, I uploaded the video. So I don't understand. The same MTN Wi-Fi was down, data was up. So I'm gonna be doing a lot of switching when it comes to uploading videos, getting things done on my phone. If the data is not working on my phone, I will try Wi-Fi or my MiFi, whatever, whichever works. I have all three. So anyone that responds is the one I'm gonna be using. Then for the water, it's clean, it's good, it's perfect. It's just the pressure. So I think what people are after, what they care about for me to talk about, is how clean it is. No, your pressure depends on how your home is piped. So how the plumbing is done, and well, whichever level your tank is at, that's what determines the pressure of your water. So for the cleanliness, it's very clean, it's odorless, tasteless, and perfect. So for the electricity, where I am in Ibadan, I'm gonna say 22 hours a day. We've spent a week and there is no one day off, one day on. No. Once they turn it off, you can be rest assured that before 1 hour it's back. And the maximum number of times it can go off in a day is 3 times. From my experience in the last 1 week, maximum of 3 times, minimum of 0 times. There are days that they didn't take it at all. Then there are days that they only took it to 1 day. For the first 4 days, it didn't go at all. I think, yeah, from Sunday to like Wednesday, it was 24 hours. And then Thursday, they took it like once for about 40 minutes, and then it was back. And then Friday, I think they took it like twice. The first time 20 minutes, the second time like 50 minutes. And then we've never had 1 hour no electricity. No, we've never in my area. So, and then the third time, I think they were working on it. That's why it was gone for about 1 hour. But they told me the NEPA PSCN were working on it. So I want to understand that they turned it off to work on it. So it's not like there was no electricity. My neighbors had electricity, but because they were working on our own, they had to turn it off. And that's it. I think today it has not gone at all. We've had electricity all day today. So far so good. Our electricity for me is perfect. Those 1 hour, 20 minutes, 30 minutes, to me is like, if it feels like we just turned off the light, like in the US, where you're trying to minimize your usage. That's how it feels to me, because I've not had a reason to say, when would they bring this light back? I've never had a reason to say that. And we've never had a reason to say, let's quickly do this before they take the lights, let's quickly wash, do laundry, let's quickly boil. No, we've never had that experience. So I think so far so good. So again, I want to compare, apart from the water, electricity, and internet, my experience generally with Lagos and Ibadan for the 3 days I spent in Lagos and 1 week I spent in Ibadan. I was in Lagos for 3 full days, 1 night, 1 morning, and trust me, I did not stay indoors. Like, I was at home except I was sleeping in the night. I was always out of the house, so that you can understand that I was out and I experienced Lagos. So I experienced the island, I experienced the mainland, and I didn't experience the lowland. In case you don't know where we call lowland, anywhere after Oshodi, we used to refer to it like as lowland. Like I'm talking about Egbeda, I'm talking about all those areas, that Ejigbo, those places. I'm not too familiar with those names, but I mean, I heard it from people also. I didn't name it lowland though, so don't come for me. But places that are extremely far, that way you have to take buses from there to get Oshodi before you now start navigating the mainland. Yeah, so places like that. So I never went to those places on this trip. Just mainland and island and all those Ibeju. So my experience, I don't like the crowd in Lekki area downwards to Ibeju, Awoyaya, all those places. It's too rowdy. Like it felt like everybody was trying to enter the road. It felt like it was too populated. Let me put it that way. And because of that, I didn't like it. I did not like it. It was too much for me. Let me put it that way. It was too much for me. And then the same thing with the mainland, Yaba, Obalende. It was more sane than before I left in Obalende. Let me put it that in Obalende, it was more sane compared to before I left Nigeria, because I think things were more organized. They've put some kind of vehicles in some kind of places. The underbridge was more functioning, and you won't see a lot of people that were just idle. I didn't see a lot of that. Everybody was busy with their business. So yeah, that's that. But the day I was leaving Lagos, we passed through Ikoyi, and I just came to the conclusion that if you don't have money to live in these places, if you want to live on the island, make sure you have the kind of money that you won't have to live after Lekki Phase 1. Anything after Lekki Phase 1, I can't live there. I can't. It's just like New York. Everybody's rushing, everybody's fast, it's too fast paced. I can't do it. You can't go out with a clean white shoe and come back white. It's not possible, because everywhere is just busy, dirty. I'm not calling Lagos dirty, don't get me wrong, but I'm saying that just you can't really call New York dirty, but there's a way you go out and come back feeling like you're not clean. You just need a bath and stuff like that. So, but when I got to Ikoyi, Lekki Phase 1 and up, like all those Bodilon, Parkview area, around Osborne, Dolphin, places like that, they still look sane, just the same way I left it. They still look very sane, no crowd, because you have to be rich to live in those places. So you don't expect rich people area to be that rowdy. It's not possible. So if you want to live in Lagos and enjoy Lagos, I would recommend the mainland, the real mainland though. And the real mainland is also not cheap. But I don't know why everybody just wants to live on the island, and it's so annoying that the part of island they want to live in are the parts that are extremely populated. Everywhere just looks like a market to me. So comparing it to Ibadan, the places in Ibadan where you see that kind of crowd are probably maybe bus stops. You can't see a huge crowd on the road, by the roadside. No, I didn't see all of that. And the only place you can feel like is a little choking, like you would see in Ibeju and stuff like that, is maybe areas with narrower roads. Let me put it that way. Areas that don't have extremely wide roads. So if Ibeju Lekki can have that kind of road that is supposed to be like a 8 carriage, and if it still feels like everybody is on the road, You can only get that in Ibadan in areas where they have three carriage. Do you get my point? So for me, I feel like Ibadan is still less populated, is calmer, is more sane. The only thing I prefer Lagos to Ibadan, I'm talking about those parts of Lagos now, or any part of Lagos to Ibadan, is you have to have your car in Ibadan. You have to, you just have to. Because it is so annoying where you want to go to a place of that is supposed to be like 20 to 30 minutes drive, and you are breaking your journey. Like you have to take a bike from this junction to that junction, then you now take another small cab to another place, you now take another cab, another Okada. Like you're taking like 4 vehicles, Okada plus taxi and everything. You're taking like 4 vehicles to a place that is not supposed to be more than 20 minutes or 30 minutes, thereby making your transport fare more expensive, because this one is taking around 500, that one is taking another 400, this one is taking another 1000. And by the time you go out and come back, you realize you already spent about 6,000 naira just to go to somewhere that is not that far. Whereas in Lagos, you can get a vehicle from Yaba all the way to Ajah. It can't happen in Ibadan. That's the only thing I hate about this Ibadan, the way they just make you stress. Apart from the money, it's not every time you feel like coming down from a vehicle and jumping into another one after crossing the road. It's just annoying. So that's the only part I don't like about Ibadan. But if you talk about ease of getting things done, how more sane, how you can just predict what will happen, I think I will pick Ibadan over Lagos. So far that's my experience, and I'm just so hopeful that my vehicle comes next week so that I can put to the side the only stress I feel like I'm going through here in Ibadan, and everything will be okay. Thank you for watching this far, and I hope that you like, you comment, you share. For people that have been in Nigeria, that have tried both states, you can let us know which one you like and why you like it, because everybody's preference is different. So thank you again for watching. I'll see you on my next one. Take care and bye.